Welcome to Crashing Game Night. My name is Matt Diorio. Tonight, the creator of the Fixture S1, founder of Fixture Gaming, Austin Stark, is crashing game night with us. We are joined by our host, as always, the beanied one, Gerard Barrera.
That's right. We've got an innovator. Fix and cheer. You put them together, splash a little imaginary dust on it, and then you got the fixture, baby. And we got the creator, the CEO, the man of the hour. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
What's going on?
Oh, it's going to be that
Bro,
kind of
you
night,
really
Jerry.
dude, you really should introduce for WWE once. Just like I even want you to get a mic and just hang it down just so we can see you do it, man.
Don't insult Michael Buffer
Thank
that
you.
way.
Well, thank you very much.
So,
Yes,
of course,
exciting.
we're joined by the babyface, Theowalski,
What's up, everybody?
and the Lion's Mane, still Monopoly champion.
AKA the champ. How's it going, guys? How's
Temporary
it
champ.
going?
Temporary champ.
Yeah, no, you know what? Tomorrow I'm gonna go and pick it up, a physical copy, and you guys anytime, just send me a text. It's game on, game on.
I think I'm ready to
I hold
stretch
currently
the,
I hold the one-on-one and the 4-player belt.
Oh God!
know.
Oh God!
Yeah, so Austin, that whole thing that we started at E3 last year when you were hanging out with us, that whole Monopoly thing. Yeah, we finally had the 4-player in-game or in-person match last weekend when we were in Long Beach, and yeah. The
Yeah, but it did.
shenanigans.
Everybody except for Theo was able to hold the belt for a little bit.
Yeah.
Ouch.
I won. I won one.
Shot fire.
Dang.
Shot fire. I love you, baby.
Booyah!
No, you don't.
So
you hate me.
So Austin, how you been? It's been a little while. It's been a year for you too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has. I think really the last time I guess we've talked since then, but it was E3 2019.
Yeah, when we saw each other. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. But the great thing about Matt was and you guys in general was when I went to E3, I was by myself, and you guys just kind of just added me to your group, which was was nice. Like it was
got
like
you
right
hooked
off
up with
the
some
bat.
passes and everything, and
I remember I wanted to play Luigi's Mansion, but I didn't want to wait in line, and you guys like
we
Take my
stop trying to sell this
I got
thing.
you.
Go,
We got extras.
take a break. Yeah, that was nice. But yeah, so what's been going on? So so I think I launched the Indiegogo campaign for this product. I guess should I explain it for people who might not know what it is?
absolutely. Which we also have the video up on our YouTube page that if anyone wants to go check that out. But yeah, Austin, what was what was the mindset behind creating the now called Fixture S1?
I think I when I first got the Pro controller, I was playing Breath of the Wild, and it was awesome. I actually had just graduated design school, and I should have been looking for a job, but instead I bought a Nintendo Switch and a Pro controller.
It holds you over,
Attaboy.
in between.
So
It's a graduation.
True gamer at
It's
heart.
okay.
True gamer at heart.
Yeah, I am.
Always the ultimate indulgence. Like this is for me. This is a me present.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Breath of the Wild is awesome, and but I had the Pro controller. I'm like, oh, I want to use this on the go. I liked it a lot more than the Joy-Cons. So I'm like, I went on Amazon because they had mounts for like cell phones that connect the Xbox controller to a phone, and no one made one, which kind of surprised me. So I kind of just thought that someone would do it before I did, and no one did. So as I started to design it, I realized the screen of the Switch is obviously heavier than a cell phone, and so I kind of pictured what it would look like, and I just imagined the screen being over the controller, and I realized that was important because if the screen was behind the controller, kind of like a traditional controller mount, then that would put a moment on your wrist that would make your wrist want to rotate. And so the whole time you're holding it, you have to prevent your wrist from rotating, which is a lot of extra, work. I mean, I think if when you pick it up, you probably don't notice after, a half an hour, it would start to get annoying. And so I think especially with the larger screen, you needed to be able to adjust the screen so that, it didn't torque your wrist while you were holding it. That's kind of where I started. And I didn't know exactly how to do that, but, at the time I also didn't think I would be able to get the capital to start up. So I thought, I just 3D print them and sell them on Amazon. And man, I went down a rabbit hole of like trying to figure out how to mass manufacture these things 3D printed. But yeah, that's kind of where I started. And, I originally thought, I'd have some sort of clamp that would clamp the screen on. But I thought, why don't I just try to see what 3D print something to see what it would be like to hold it from the sides. So I did that, and I printed a whole big thing. So it went the whole height of the Switch, and it was massive. And then I'm like, I wonder how strong this is. So I broke it, and then there was a little sliver left over. And I'm like, I wonder if this is all I need to hold the Switch. And so that's how it got that little,
oh, no way.
Crossbar shape. Yeah. Me just
awesome.
being like, I wonder how strong this is. And then this is all I need to hold it.
Stress test to improve, man. Stress test to improve.
Yeah. And that was kind of a well, that was kind of a big deal because also it let me 3D print it really quick or a lot faster.
Yeah.
So, that's kind of why I went down that road to start with. But yeah, and then I made it, and I started to try and sell them on my website back in 2018, and no one bought it. So I'm like, well, what do I need to do? And so I started trying to reach out to influencers and see if they would like one. No one really responded. So then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna. You guys are familiar with Kind of Funny? They were having their world tour at the time. Yeah, so I heard about it, and they had.
I was going to ask you how Greg Miller got a hold of one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they actually came to Phoenix because I'm from Phoenix, and they came to Phoenix, and then I looked at the world tour thing, and I saw the next day that they were in Phoenix the previous day. I'm like, man, I can't believe I missed them. So I flew to San Francisco like 2 weeks later, and that's kind of where them talking about it is kind of where a lot of people started to hear about it. But yeah, that was pretty interesting. And this whole time I have like a full-time job, so like I like got off of work on Friday at like 5 p.m. or whatever. Then I go straight to the airport. Got in at like 9:30 to San Francisco, and then was there for the weekend. And I think there was like it was on a Sunday. The meet and greet was on a Sunday, so and then they had like a comedy show after. So I'm like, I guess I'll go to that with everybody. And I got back at like 3 a.m, and then I went to work at 7 a.m. the next day. So, I feel like the whole time that was what it was like going to work full time and then coming home and, working another 40 hours a week, getting up at like 6:38 a.m. and then going to bed at like 2 a.m. and just doing that every day for like a year.
That's crazy.
But yeah, there were a lot of times I wanted to give up, and then to relax, I would use my Switch, and I'm like, man, this is too good of an experience to give up. So it's kind of annoying. Wouldn't let me.
Keeps reeling you in.
Yeah, but yeah, that's kind of the backstory. So then we launched it on Indiegogo, and it did pretty well. Yeah, I was eventually able to get it, get the units in right when we were going to production, though, was the end of January. And that's when China shut down. So that was that for COVID.
Man. Yeah.
So I feel like it's like started, like COVID kind of started there for me, but then China opened back up and we shut down. So eventually we got the product, but yeah, it's been kind of a long journey, but it's going well so far. So yeah.
So I got to say the change from the 3D printed one to the injection molded one was really nice.
Oh yeah, you like the updates?
I like the fact that you put in that little pad at the bottom, for setting on on the counter or whatever. You got the little pad for the controller. It is definitely a lot easier to also unclip the Switch Pro controller from the actual fixture too. So a lot of the upgrades were really, really nice. I just wanted to be greedy and keep our podcast one.
Yeah. Of course.
So how does it feel though when you see like Greg Miller talking about it on Kind of Funny, when you see Andrea Renee from What's Good Games talking it up, and then right after E3 last year, the VP of Marvel is tweeting it out that he's using it on his flight back to New York.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. That was really cool. I feel like it's a little surreal. Like, I've always my goal in life is to design products people love. And so it kind of worked out too, because I got to design a gaming product. And I always imagined, like, when I was in design school, of seeing something that I designed, like going into the Target and seeing it on the store shelf or something like that. Kind of like, like a band when they hear their first song that they, So I feel like when, someone as big as Greg Miller, the VP of Marvel, tweeted about it, it was kind of like, man, all this work's kind of paying off, like all the over the years. So the grind. The grind. Yeah, that was really cool. Actually, so when Greg Miller tweeted about, actually, I think it was when Andrew Renee tweeted about it.
That's when I saw it, and that's when I saw it and reached out to you. Yeah, because she had posted about it, and she had the custom one that you had made for her and whatnot, and that's when I reached out. I was like, hey, how do we get a review unit?
Yeah.
It was right after that.
So, at the time, she was the first one that I made a custom, like, put in the colors for.
And it's pretty.
Yeah. And I remember spending, like, 16 hours. It was, like, my whole weekend getting that to look good. And I'm like, did I just waste my whole weekend? And then she tweeted about it, and it got like 2,000 likes or in comments or something like that. And Twitter's like, you're getting a lot of notifications. Do you want to turn off notifications? And I'm like, no, I want to see them all.
Awesome.
Yeah. But I don't think I've gotten. I saw why people can get addicted to Twitter or social media.
Yeah.
Went from that. So yeah, that was cool.
So you've got the Amazon page now up for it, right? So you're selling it through Amazon. Are we going to be able to start seeing it in places like Target, Walmart, GameStop?
Yeah, I guess we'll see.
If you're able to talk about it at least.
Yeah. The nice thing about Amazon is anybody can sell on Amazon. So that was pretty easy. I don't know how to contact buyers for those other stores, but it'd be cool if I could. Probably have to redesign the box. Don't think it's not really designed for store shelves, but I'd probably do
you
that.
could slap a little
Yeah.
tag on
Yeah,
it.
just a
Plastic
picture
little-
on it, type of thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
not-
you know, like Best Buy, even all the Nintendo stuff, even the third-party ones are all red.
hmm
hmm
I think it's just to communicate that it's an accessory for the Switch.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they would want me to do something like that, but I don't know. I mean, it'd be cool if I could.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess we'll see.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
let's talk about a little bit of news that happened this week, guys. It kind of was a decent week for gaming news, especially with the PS5, but
Mm.
it was also some news with Hollywood. So we were talking last week about Spider-Man 3 and the fact that Jamie Foxx was, in discussions to come back as Electro. Well, that's been taken care of. He's signed, delivered. He will be back as Electro. However, he is not going to be back as the same version from Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Hmm.
He's still going to be the same
Completely
character.
different.
He's still going to be Electro, but it's not that universe's Electro. It's
Right.
this universe's
Okay.
Electro.
Interesting.
Now, along with that, it was announced today that Benedict Cumberbatch will be playing Doctor Strange in Spider-Man 3, which timeline-wise, from my understanding, is Spider-Man is taking place after Doctor Strange, the new movie, the Madness of the Multiverse or whatever they're calling it. So that's how they're setting up, I think, the multiverse. I think that's how we get
Oh, sweet. So
Electro.
it's going to be the TV show, Strange,
Kinda.
and then Spider-Man.
kind of, sort of, yeah. And I think this is what's helping fuel even stronger rumors that Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire are going to be back.
Dang.
The
Is
rumors
because
are
Doctor Strange
stronger.
is going to be there.
That is a strong
Now-
rumor, man.
Sweet.
It's strong. I hate to say it, the force is strong with them. So another movie news, Resident Evil, thank God, is getting rebooted.
Thank
That thing
God.
went so far off the rails.
Oh my God! Yes, and
Yeah.
guess
So-
what? Guess what else is starting off the rails already with the same actress, Monster Hunter.
Months.
Did you
We're
see
not-
that trailer?
Jeez.
It was awful.
No.
I didn't
Oh
watch
my
the
God,
trailer.
it's
I heard
terrible.
about it, and it's horrible from what I
Oh,
heard.
God.
So,
The one based off the game, like the Monster
Yeah.
Hunter?
No
Monster
joke. That's
Hunter.
the
So-
Monster
and-
Hunter. Yeah.
the
Oh.
whole
But with
the
Mila?
premise is yes. So
Mhm.
Oh,
and
jeez.
and W.S. Anderson is doing the directing. So
Okay.
Ugh,
husband and wife combo, you know where that's going to end up going.
franchise.
So here's the character, or here's the actors that are playing it. So you've got Hannah John Kamen, who played Ghost in Ant-Man and the Wasp. Will be
Okay.
playing Jill Valentine.
I like her.
I think it's a good choice. Tom Hopper from Umbrella Academy or
Okay.
Chronicles or whatever it is.
Umbrella
Sweet.
Academy, yeah.
Umbrella
what-
Academy. He will be playing Wesker.
Which one? Which is that? Who?
Oh damn, that's a good one.
And when you look at him, he does look like Wesker.
I like that. Yeah, that's a good one. Good casting.
Which character is he in Umbrella Academy?
Let me go look that up.
Because I'm trying to like.
Picture him.
He
Yeah, I'm trying
plays
to picture him.
Luther. He plays
Luther?
Luther
Okay, okay.
Hargreaves. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I could see it.
Yep. And then you've got Kaya Scodelario. She was in Maze Runner. She played Teresa, the girl that goes to the
okay.
island.
Who's
She
she?
was also in Pirates of the Caribbean. She played Karina Smythe.
Yep.
In the
She was in
She was
last-
Barbossa's daughter.
Barbarossa's daughter.
yeah,
Yeah.
Barbossa's daughter. She is going to be Claire.
Okay, yeah, good. Okay,
Okay.
I can
that's good.
see it.
I
Okay,
can see that.
Robbie Amell, who is known for Tomorrow People. He was in the Duff, Code 8, Series of Unfortunate Events, when they remade that into a TV show. He was in, what was it? 1600 Pen. He is going to be playing
Okay.
Chris Redfield. And again, he looks the part. Neil McDonough, who is probably the biggest name out of all these guys. He played Dum Dum Dugan in Captain America,
Yeah.
Minority Report, Timeline. I mean, there's a ton. He's going to be playing William Birkin. Again, fits the
Okay.
part.
Okay.
Okay.
And then finally, Avon Jogia is going to be playing Leon. He doesn't have a ton, but the biggest thing that he was in Shaft. He played Kareem Hassan. And then he was also in Zombieland Double Tap. He was Berkeley.
Okay. Oh, that guy.
He
He's
will be
Chris.
Leon.
Oh,
No, he's Leon.
He's Leon.
Yes,
He's Leon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Robbie
Oh,
Miller's Chris
I don't know if I can. Well, actually, okay. Correct me if I'm wrong. Leon is blonde, right?
Yeah.
Kinda.
Okay, I
Depending
can't
on-
see
Yeah.
him blonde. I can't see him selling blonde.
I mean, you can get away
Like,
with like
it is
a
a
dirty,
dirty blonde,
blonde,
right?
Yeah, you can get away with that
There
dirty
you go.
blonde.
Yeah,
like,
see,
little
no.
brownish.
Oh, I can totally see Leon in him,
Really?
especially when you look
Yeah,
at the
I could see
think about the
that.
new Resident Evil 2 remake. Look at the whole facade they went with. Look at how he is later on, especially when you look at the animes.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Especially if he grows out his
Little.
hair.
Yeah, if he grows
Cleans
out
up
his
the
hair a little
shave.
bit.
Yeah.
Like,
Which
I
he already
see
can
Leon there.
because we've seen him with he has long hair in Zombieland 2, so he can grow the
So-
hair. But I don't know.
I think.
We'll see.
He's
This is curious though. We'll see.
Yeah, this one's a up in there. Is this
Mhm.
coming out
'Cause
like
he's
at the same
talented.
time? Like
He
1 and
is
2? Like
talented.
what?
They're gonna, from what it looks like, is they're gonna be filming them together.
Filming them together. Interesting.
So,
Sweet.
which I mean, honestly, while they're in the mansion,
Makes sense.
everything is
Yeah.
happening in the city. So
Yeah.
1 and
it does
2 are
make
pretty much
sense.
happening at the same time.
Just about.
Yeah.
Actually,
But
that really
it's-
does make
at the
sense.
s-
So that's why it's probably going to take longer because the scenes are probably a little bit more intricate.
Well, like I'm just curious because after you go through 1, you go through 2, and you're like, oh, like I remember these things. I remember these things.
Yeah.
If
And-
it's going to be like that in the movies where you can like see like maybe they go back to the scene like an hour in,
That's
an hour
what
in,
I'm
and it's
saying.
completely
Like
different.
I think certain scenes might cross each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yep.
Like that's why I
So-
think the scenes being intricate that like it's going to take longer to film because they're essentially merging both movies in the schedule and they're shooting the whole thing probably
Well, they need
like,
to make sure
1 and
everybody
2
looks the
at
same.
the same time.
Yeah.
You know.
Everybody looks the same.
Now, what should
Yeah.
make everybody happy is that it is, per the reports, it's supposed to follow the story of in Resident Evil 1 and Resident Evil 2
So it's supposed to be
Nice.
actually in the mansion.
in the
chilling
mansion, in the police department. So
Yeah.
not Mila being going,
Going
like,
rogue.
tricks around
Going
the Red
rogue.
Queen. So,
Yeah.
What are you doing? I'm going rogue. I'm going rogue.
So another announcement came out today is that Microsoft is going to be joining into a multi-year strategic partnership with GameStop. It follows along the lines of everybody that is going into partnerships with Microsoft right now about using 365.
This
No.
is going to save. This is going to help GameStop. Well, like save GameStop. This deal.
Not really.
No.
It's
No.
going to help them.
Well, it's going to help get them off of aging software, in the
Mhm.
stores and whatnot.
Yeah.
They already tried these little portable tablets before and it failed. So them going to the same thing, Microsoft Surface again, I don't know. We'll see. Now they have increased their product offerings for the Xbox, and they are now one of the Xbox All Access stores now. That's where, remember we talked about that, where you can do the monthly payments for the
Yeah, okay.
refrigerator and the speaker box.
Right.
Which, yeah, Austin, you missed that conversation. We have a nice little flow chart that the Xbox Series X is called the mini fridge,
Uh-huh.
and the Xbox Series S is called the speaker box.
Yep.
That way,
Okay,
we weren't
yeah.
getting
That
them all
way
confused.
you know
and-
which one you're getting.
Yes.
Yeah. I
Um,
mean, I do like the industrial design of the Xbox Series X. I think it's cool looking, but I just throw that in there.
Well,
I know.
so
totally.
somebody
I
somebody
totally
leaked
agree.
out a
I think
picture.
it looks. I actually think it looks good. Both of them actually. I actually enjoy them, but those names are horrific.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Every
So
week. Every
what's
week.
Confusing.
funny
Oh,
is
yeah.
somebody tweeted out a picture of a Series X with the back removed off of it. All that stuff is so crammed in there.
Oh yeah.
I was looking at it, I'm like, how is that thing not going to overheat?
Right.
Well, if you remember when they first did the announcement, they also did a teardown video, and they said everything was ergonomically placed, so the heating issue wouldn't there wouldn't be any heating issues. So they did put that into
We'll see.
Yeah, we will see.
Yeah,
But that's what they were saying.
So you get the
that
new
people were
red
saying it was
ring of
hot.
death.
Ooh,
what was that,
dude.
Austin?
Oh, I saw a headline. The article is about people saying that the Xbox Series X was hot, because a bunch of influencers got them already.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said it ran hot, but I don't know.
Did it really?
Yep.
I mean, at the
Yeah,
same
it's
time,
stuffed in there.
At the same time, they can go with hot within reason for temps, anyways, because they Microsoft can say it can run cool, but it's still running 77C, and that's still pretty hot.
I don't know. I mean, honestly, I can see this becoming the original PS3 running joke of this generation if it keeps running hot, because you got to remember the PS3 people turned that thing into George Foreman grills back in the day. So, of course, George Sherman, the CEO of GameStop, kind of gave the same song and a dance. They're excited, to announce the partnership, that sort of thing. And then Phil Spencer, he's like the usual. For many years, GameStop has been a strong go-to market partner for our gaming products. So, it's the same song and dance. It doesn't necessarily surprise me that they chose Xbox as having a partnership, just because Microsoft does have 365, which a lot of companies are moving to because it is built on the Azure cloud platform. And the fact that Sony basically told them, guess what, you can't pre-sell digital codes anymore for our games. We're cutting you out of the equation. So we'll see what happens there. So yesterday, Nintendo, speaking of the Fixture S1 and the Pro Controller, Nintendo had a Nintendo Treehouse Live event for Pikmin 3. So they actually showed off a bit of the game. They showed the co-op gameplay on it, which was, for anybody that played Pikmin 3 on the Wii U, it's the same game, just looks prettier, includes all of the DLC, and adds in some extra stuff, so you get to see some side questing with it. Then they also showed off Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. Now, this one, I have Hyrule Warriors. I actually dropped the money and picked it back up, and I've been starting to play it again, just because I wanted the Zelda hack and slash, and just have some fun with chaos.
This one is
Hyrule Warriors.
This is like the Dynasty Warriors, but with Zelda, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So basically, the first one was set not in the Breath of the Wild times. It was set in more the Link to the Past type timelines or whatever. You get to play everybody from Wind Waker and you could play Ganon and whatnot. Majora's Mask. So the new game, Age of Calamity, is set 100 years before Breath of the Wild. They even showed the actual map, and it is the Breath of the Wild map.
Huh.
They're including all the towers. You get to play as all the guardians. So the four champions.
It's kind of a prequel.
It is very much a prequel. You get to see everything as the Calamity was starting, and you were actually fighting against his.
Play that now.
Yep. And I think that's Jerry. I think that's kind of why I went and picked back up Hyrule Warriors.
Yeah.
Is because I saw a lot of this and I was like, ooh, Hyrule Warriors is kind of fun. It had the Dynasty. I wasn't a big Dynasty Warriors fan, but it did, resonate with me, just having fun with it. Now, they did kind of talk about the pre-order with it, which is kind of hilarious. So you actually get, if you pre-order it through the Nintendo eShop, you
ladle.
actually get the Lucky Ladle.
That's
And you
awesome.
can fight with it.
That's
That's
funny.
amazing.
Yep. And so all the the little different abilities for your rune tablet are available in game. Each character uses them in a different way, but you get the bombs, the
Okay.
all the different
amiibos?
things, So it has amiibo support as well.
Sweet.
So this one looks like a lot of fun, and the fact is they did put a lot of work into this to make it be that sequel. So I think it is leading up that I think we are going to get we really are probably getting Breath of the Wild 2 next year.
Mhm.
If they're pressing for this, getting out a prequel that is setting up everything for Breath of the Wild.
And I think it's I appreciate that it's a good idea,
Mhm.
setting it as like the Hyrule Warriors, something different. They didn't try and reuse the Breath of the Wild map and just slap it as like a prequel. This is something different.
They went in and they redid all the towns to show what they looked like before Calamity. So all the buildings are up, the restaurants are there, the bars are there.
Oh, that's cool.
Everything looks how it was before Ganon just laid waste.
Dang.
Did they have like kind of an RPG part in Hyrule Warriors, or was it
a little bit?
like...
So you do have like after every battle, you kind of get kind of like pseudo kind of experience points to a point where you get to upgrade your abilities. You do have kind of a skill tree, and then you could take weapons that were dropped in battle and fuse them into your main weapon to make them stronger.
Okay, I wonder if were you able to interact with like townspeople or anything like that?
No, so there's no townspeople as far as that goes. It is straight just Dynasty Warriors.
Hyrule Warriors. Okay.
Yeah, it's
cool.
Now they do have like a classic type mode to it where it looks like Zelda 1, but then you kind of go into the battles, you do little mini battles in between each area. So that was kind of fun.
Okay.
So this one's coming out in November. I actually am going to pre-order this and pick it up.
I think I might as well.
Yeah, I feel like if it has like a lot of story or a lot of lore connected to it,
it is, and I was impressed with what they were showing off and kind of how they were demoing it off. And I think this game alone with it's so much better to play it with the Pro controller than you do the Switch undocked. So shameless plug, but I think this is a perfect game for the Fixture. No, I mean, really, it is.
Yeah.
Because, to be able to, you really need that Pro controller because it is a lot of button mashing, so to speak.
Yeah.
But a lot of moving the camera around and character around.
Exactly. So by using the Pro controller, you don't have to worry about Joy-Con drift or anything like that.
Yeah.
And the buttons it's just more satisfying hitting a normal size button than it is the Joy-Con.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It might be right up there just because prequel to Breath of the Wild. You play Breath of the Wild, and then by the time you finish both of them, you'll be ready for Breath of the Wild 2.
Yep.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
I know what I'm doing in November.
Yep. And then also too is as of
games,
as
You're
of
playing
this
Cyberpunk in November. You know you are.
Oh crap!
Hey Jerry, you're also going to be.
I'm not buying Hyrule. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
I'm gonna have to wait.
Hey Jerry, you're also going to be playing the PS5 in November too.
What do you think I'm going to be playing Cyberpunk on?
Well, it depends. You said you threatened to sell your PS5.
Well, yeah, possibly. It just depends.
Really? Are you gonna miss out on playing a next gen version of Cyberpunk and all that prettiness on that nice 4K monitor you have?
That I am going to that is my new Red Dead. That is going to be, I'm saying it now. Cyberpunk's going to be my new Red Dead.
Yeah. You think it's going to be as good?
Huh?
Do you think it'll be as good as Red Dead?
Well, I'm comparing it. The guys give me crap because ever since Red Dead came out, I've beaten that game complete, and that is like a full-fledged open world game. I've completed it absolutely complete
Numerous
like
times.
3 to 4 times.
Wow.
I think
Yeah.
it's definitely the most played game I've known of you as long as
Yeah.
I've known you.
Like I have refused COD sessions with these guys.
So you could fish.
So I could fish. Like
Yes.
I had
Like
to get
he
everything.
even joined the party.
I
to
joined
talk
the
with
party
us, but
chat.
he's like, we're like,
But
what are you doing?
I'm fishing.
Quit fishing and come play. No, because I got to get this. I got to catch this.
No.
Yeah, I gotta
Special
find
fish.
all the legendary fish.
Special fish.
Yeah, no
No,
joke.
Yep.
I understand. I think Red Dead 2 might be my favorite game. Well, or
Oh,
Breath
man,
of
it
the Wild.
was so great.
Yeah, it was. Red Dead
Like,
was so good.
but almost like I also say like Breath of the Wild is kind of separate because it's Nintendo, but it's like it was up there too. I played that 3 times as well. Like I like those two open world games for me were like what open world games should be, being one from Nintendo or like one from Rockstar.
Give me Horizon.
Those were it. Yeah. Or Horizon's good too. I think it's going to
Give me
be
Ghost of
twice as
Tsushima.
better in the sequel. I think we're gonna see a great stuff in the sequel. But yeah, so I've been so excited for Cyberpunk. I'm calling it like that's gonna be my next Red Dead. I'm gonna play.
He's gonna
all
go.
of it.
He's gonna go curl up in a hole, and we're never gonna see him.
yeah. Yeah.
So talking about PlayStation, so they rounded out the news. So the first thing this week is that the trophies, as of this recording. Oh, real quick, with Nintendo Pikmin 3, yesterday a demo went live for it as well. So if anybody wants to download it and actually try it out, they're giving out the free demo before it comes out next month or later this month, rather.
Oh,
So,
cool.
Nice.
Anyway, so trophies are getting revamped. So mine went live this morning. I went from a level 16 for trophies all the way on up to, what was it, 292 for my level now.
Holy crap! I can't wait to see what mine.
Yeah, I know. I
mine is
I
going
haven't
to be.
turned mine on yet, and I'm curious.
Oh my god!
I'm turning
So-
on mine right now just to find out.
Anyway, so what they did was they're just redoing how the trophy leveling works. It's going to be a new calculation structure. So you're going to have the different levels. So 1 to 99 with different symbols for everything. So I'm still sitting at that bronze level.
I'll probably be right there too, around that bronze 3, or bronze 1, as you would like to call it, whichever.
Let's see here. So
Trophy levels. No, I feel like I would at least be in like mid silver.
Dude,
Jerry,
if me and Matt are in
Hold on.
in bronze, there's no way.
there's no way Jerry's going. So Jerry's at 286.
Oh,
Um,
close. So
Jason,
It means
Jason
anything.
has Jason hasn't updated yet.
Yep, I have not updated. I'm still level 15. 14.
You're level 14.
Oh, don't even worry about your level 14. I'm at 8, so don't even worry.
Yeah.
And Theo is at level 144.
damn.
Oh wait, how does yours say that? Mine still says 8 on my PlayStation.
I'm on the app right now. So
Oh, now it updated. Okay, yep, 144.
Oh, let me turn mine on right now. I'm so curious.
so yeah, there is a guy that is already at 999 after the update.
Wow.
Is that
I
Hakum?
don't remember what his name is, but he's like a prolific trophy hunter.
Yeah,
That's
Hakum?
what he
Is it
does.
him?
Dang. Akum?
I
Is
don't
that what you said?
remember who it is. So
Hakum. Dude, that guy is like a
Maybe.
legendary.
yeah,
He's a trophy
I mean,
hunter. Like
it's ridiculous.
he's the trophy hunter.
Mhm.
Oh wow.
But here's that same thing though. Is he's kind of like Greg Miller, and I love Greg Miller, but he even says it himself. He will pick up a copy, like especially like an easy platinum game for his Vita. He'll get the PS4 version, and he'll go into his like Japan account and get the same game and play through it so you can get the trophy.
Wow.
Yeah.
So he'll get like 4
Dang.
trophies for the same game. So
And
That's
it's
some
and
dedication there.
they do some of them where
okay.
it's like
Okay.
for trophy hunting, you get like some save files as well, and you can just load it,
Yeah.
and then there's like
it all
12
pops
trophies
open.
that just
Yeah.
pop open instantly.
How
How do I update this? Let's see.
It does it. It's Sony.
It
doing
does it
It has nothing
automatically.
to do. Yeah, it's an automatic
Yeah.
update. So
Yeah.
they
So
were going to start
just
going
let it
live
sit
last
for a
night.
minute.
Yeah.
Just let it
Let
sit
me
for a minute.
log in.
But it doesn't.
Damn,
It doesn't reset your
286.
trophies, does it?
No.
No,
So
it
all your
just
trophies
ranks
are
your
still
trophy
there. It's
system.
just a new ranking system instead of like mine was 16 before I went live with it, and now it's the 292 or whatever.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so you have
well,
292.
Yeah, I'm a 292.
Ooh.
14.
Alright.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah,
I'm
But-
only at 144 because I have
Jerry-
literally 1 platinum. That's it.
Jerry,
One.
I also have 8 more platinums than you do.
Okay.
That would be 7 if you actually finish off God of War.
Ooh, what up on me? Ooh. I also have what are we in grade school?
Yes.
Yes,
Very
we
much
are.
so.
Yes.
If
Because
we
there's
weren't,
two-
we wouldn't be into video games as much as we are.
Because
sir.
there's 2 of us on the
That's-
podcast
that's
that have
true.
the platinum for God of War.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm gonna get it. Calm down.
It's okay. We've been.
Just
there's
like you've been saying,
two of us that
just
beat
like you've been
Health
saying you're
House.
going to beat Hell House. Yeah, right?
Once again, I'm gonna do it. Calm down.
All right. Well.
You got 6 weeks
I'm
because
gonna-
then we lose you to Cyberpunk.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Time's are
Yep.
running out.
So there was some news for a PS4 game, and that is Ghost of Tsushima is getting Ghost of Tsushima Legends and New Game Plus coming out on the 16th. Great article on it by Darren Bridges from Sucker Punch out on the PlayStation blog that kind of covers a little bit. There's a trailer for it. So you're going to get classes. So you're going to have the samurai, who pretty much is just straight combat with health and whatnot. They basically, their ultimate attack is just a flurry of sword hits. You have the hunter, which is more longbow.
Yeah.
They basically is the Eye of Uchitsun, which is the it's just a multiple arrow unlimited attack. You have the Ronin, and
That'd be Jerry. Last one was Matt. This one's Jerry.
Yep. You can revive your teammates. You also have a spirit dog, which yes, you can pet the spirit
Yep.
dog.
Already me.
And then you've got the assassin, which I don't know. This one could be me too, Theo, because I do a lot of the stealth kill assassination stuff. But you get Shadow Strike, which allows you to teleport across the battlefield and directly strike your enemies.
Sweet. I like that
Okay,
mask
yeah.
too. That
So you're
mask
going to
is
have story missions, survival missions, and there's going to be a raid.
dope. Yeah.
And
Rating?
interesting.
Oh, yo, I'm
And-
interested.
and photo mode is coming to Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh yeah.
As long as all players in your party opt in for it. So it's not going to let you
Oh,
take photo mode pictures unless everybody agrees that you can do it.
Oh okay.
Oh, just to
Interesting.
spite Matt, I'd be like, yo, you know what?
Yes, you would,
Like,
Jason.
that-
So
no.
here's another thing, though, is it's getting New Game Plus.
Yep.
It's awesome.
Okay. You'll be able to take all your gear and everything like every other playthrough of it. You're going to get a new item that allows you to befriend the dogs in the game and turn them into your allies.
Oh, cool.
So those of us that have played
Ooh.
actual Ghost of Tsushima know how much those dogs are a pain in the ass.
Yes.
Mhm.
And the equals.
Um,
Yes.
Yep. So you'll get a
Sweet, yo.
new horse for it as well.
Nice.
Some new powerful charms. Of course, new trophies. There's the Ghost Flower Merchant.
Oh yeah, this was interesting.
So you'll get some tales and activities and stuff based around that.
Oh.
So
New items, new dyes.
yep.
It's gonna be cool.
Enable an armor layout, which allows you to assign all charms and vanity items to each armor set for quick swaps.
Oh yeah, this
Oh,
was
that's
this
nice.
was awesome. Loadouts.
Mhm.
Yeah. You can do
so you're getting
loadouts now.
loadouts, which I think is
That's good.
fantastic.
Right? So great.
Yep.
I feel like I don't utilize certain outfits because, like, if I'm running to somewhere, I need my traveler's attire
Mhm.
so I can
Yep.
clear the map. You know, but then I get into a fight. So, I love this.
Mhm.
They're like all
Yep.
of the updates
So
are
this
like
is
better for the game.
this is coming free as well.
Yep.
So
It's
weird.
next Friday, right? You said the 16th?
On the 16th. Yep. So a week from tomorrow.
Sweet.
All right. So in PS5 realm, the news this week was the X or cross button, whichever you want to call it, depends on where you're at, what you've called it all your life. X button, sacred symbols, is going to be now the confirm button worldwide. So
that's a big thing.
that's a
That
big
is
thing.
kinda- yeah,
Japan is not happy about it because they've been the circle button going all the way back to PS1 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even way before that.
Yeah.
Because
And
you know,
then-
circle for them is okay.
Yep.
X
Mhm.
is no good. Like, you know, everyone's
Correct.
like, no.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
And even on talking about the Switch, though, is the A button, which is the far right bottom button, has always been confirm. B has always been B for back.
Yep.
So the positions are different.
So they're going to have to deal with the X button being worldwide, as far as that goes. The other news that came out today is that Bug Snacks is now going to be a launch title.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's going
Bug
to sell.
Snacks.
It's going to sell for $24.99, and it's going
Oh,
to be
that's
available for PS4, PS5, and on the Epic Game Store.
Bug
Okay.
Snacks.
So, honestly, for it to be only $25, it also makes me think about how long is that game really going to be when we're talking next gen and everything at only being $25.
I don't even know what you're talking
Right.
about.
It's just
So-
going to be one of those carryover
You know,
games. You know,
what
it's a
we're talking
filler
about
game.
with Bug Snacks. It's
Bug
that
Bug
game
Snacks
where
was
you're
that
on
really weird looking one.
Snack
that is
Tooth
like
Island,
different
where-
pieces
Interesting
of
one.
everything.
where the berries
Oh.
were animals.
Where everything is
and-
like
Yeah.
food.
Oh, right.
Based-
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
I
Right.
think
So-
it's made by the Octodad people, right?
it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's going to be one of those fun games where you just, you know, pick it up, play it for like 10 to 20 hours. You get your $25, and while you wait for a AAA or a major title to come out.
Astro's Playroom and
Well, Ashes Playroom is
Sackboy will
coming
be there for
with.
me. Exactly,
Yeah.
for free.
Yeah, but I mean, like, dude, it's
I'm all right.
All right. So let's talk about Teardown. So
Oh, yeah.
I want to give a shout out to a big PlayStation and gaming Twitter person, Nebellion. I'm going to snag some of the screenshots off of his because he did some great screenshots of this. But there is the PS5. Look at how tall that thing is.
that is pretty cool.
It is pretty tall.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
about the size of a torso. That's pretty
Mhm.
big.
Yep.
Mhm.
So we
God,
got some
that was
other
tall as him.
screenshots of it. So you've got Type A portrait there for two of those. Which one of those will be for the PlayStation VR? The other one would be for an external hard drive.
Mm.
Of course, you've got your LAN port, your HDMI port. On the front, you've got A and C ports on there.
I'm definitely going to be looking for an extender now.
Yeah.
Why do you need an extender?
Wireless headsets, wireless controller that's a custom, and then maybe something to
Okay.
charge.
So you've got your Type A port will be for your headset on the front of that for your adapter.
Okay.
Your PS5 controller will plug in via USB-C,
Just see, yeah.
and you already have
Yeah.
a charging stand for your PS4 controllers.
That's right. Oh,
See,
okay.
just saved you
Sweet.
some money there.
Aren't you glad that Matt figured that out for you?
Well, technically, because I still have my Astro controller I'm going to be using. It just it'll need.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yep. So the stand is going to have a screw in for it. Like Philip said, it's going to screw it into whether you have it vertically or laying down on that. Which this week, Xbox, who is the hey, let's make love not console wars, especially that's what the UK account did. They went ahead and said, hey, this is how you turn your Xbox on its side, and they just laid it down.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So let's look at the internal components. So you've got the heatsink.
Really quick,
Wow.
on the stand, was anybody else really impressed that they actually thought ahead and put a place for the screw in the stand for storage so you don't lose it? I
Yep.
thought that was amazing.
I also really like the hook that it hooks. Like it's more like that's what made me like, okay, so it is secure. And once put it, if you wanted to lay it
when
down.
you put it on the side, yeah.
Yep. So you got the heatsink. Look at that turbine of a fan.
Yeah.
It's impressive.
That's another one of the components.
Question on the fan. If I remember correctly, they ended up saying that the back is all exhaust and the side's intake, and that this fan is a side intake fan.
Yes, I guess. I mean, nobody's fully translated the video yet that I've seen, so it was all in Japanese yesterday.
Yeah, I
the
did
day
it with the
before, rather.
subtitles up. Yeah, okay. Which I've never
it's-
really experienced the efficiency of a side intake fan before.
You know what? Mark Cerny knows what he's doing when it comes to like designing these consoles. I think he's there's a method to his madness.
I have to say, like ergonomically, the teardown was almost kind of satisfying too.
Oh yeah, with how well thought it was, like just how
everything just looked
top
like
bottom.
You know, boom, kind of
So-
screw.
The only concern with this is the liquid metal. Because if that thing's not installed right, that's going to leak and cause problems.
Okay.
It depends. So I haven't had too much experience with using liquid metal, but like most people that have used it usually open up the lid of the CPU for the liquid metal. So I mean, it's still self-contained inside the CPU. So I am a little on the fence with Matt here with the liquid metal being just primarily between the heatsink and the CPU. So I mean, Matt has a great point for it to be shaking around.
So-
I mean, at least it has a sponge. It looks what looks like to be a sponge surrounding it for protection, but I don't know.
Yep. So the other thing is, this is something that they were also showing. I want to show the GIF for it is just taking off the plates is that easy. So this goes to my argument that I wouldn't be surprised if they go custom plates.
I agree.
No doubt.
Right.
No
I
doubt.
totally agree.
Just with how easy that is.
Yeah, as easy as that is, like I can totally see them doing like themes now. Like I agree.
Yeah.
Like, and I would totally pay for them. Like if they did like a Miles Morales or like, just imagine like they can do a gloss or a see-through like adhesive. Like they could.
Here's somebody that posted some of these just that are from
dude,
Xbox Pope.
I would totally pay for that.
So Xbox Popes,
absolutely.
he is it's amazing. And for anybody that's like kind of looking at our YouTube video or listening to the podcast, go onto Twitter and go look at Xbox Pope Twitter handle. He does amazing work on custom both Xboxes and PlayStations. But I mean, when you look at God of War, Horizon,
Oh wow,
that's cool, man.
Nice. Dang.
Oh, dude, that's totally you, man.
Oh, there you go, Jerry. Cyberpunk.
That's awesome. Ooh, that's
Ghost.
Tsushima.
Oh, I really like the Ghost. The
Oh,
black
my
and
God.
red is fabulous.
And then here's some other ones that have been done.
Last of Us Part 2.
Jesus,
Some
I would
some
already
custom
buy like
stuff.
4 of these.
You're just buying all of them, aren't
5.
you?
Oh yeah,
Oh, Miles Morales. Death
6.
Stranding, okay.
That's awesome.
And
Oh,
so
no,
when you look at these though, is
that's not bad though.
I can see them going this route because then you're not having to pay for the manufacturing on these consoles and taking a hit. All you're doing is manufacturing pieces of plastic.
Yep.
Right.
This is
And
another
since
revenue
they're so
stream
interchangeable,
that they
you
can
can have like two different ones too. You know.
Yeah.
And I would totally pay $100 for new plates and a controller versus having to go out and spend $400, $500 for a new system altogether. If the special edition came out.
For the package deal, the plates and the controller, I wholeheartedly agree. I totally would do it.
And plus, instead of having to wait, like, oh, will this one ever come out, or the limited stock of it, you're just like, hey, you know what? It's just plates for $100, and you're like, hey, I'll do that and just put the plates on something else.
I can also see them doing like, if this is true, I can also see them doing like limited edition ones too.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh, definitely.
And I would absolutely.
It's so much more cheaper for them as well, instead of having to go through all the parts again and like.
And then you only have.
They might only be doing the one plate because the other plate has a disk drive, so it wouldn't work.
Well, so you have so you have different consoles though. So this one, the teardown, they're just showing the disk drive version. There's the all digital version, which is just straight plate.
Right.
On both sides.
Right.
So like I'm going all digital for ours. Jerry's going disc for his just because he's old.
Because we're old school like that. Because when we want to share a game, you just say, hey, share a game.
Here you go, Jason.
But at the same time, it was still really impressive when they did the teardown with the removal of the hard drive. It's just like how separate it is from the system. It's like, oh, here's digital now because I just removed one piece.
And look at that. The guy's not sweating at all.
No.
Not sweat. Just like, he's calm, cool, collective. Give this man a raise.
Like,
Yep. So Western Digital Black came out with some SSDs that are meant for upgradable on these consoles. It hasn't been made officially yet by PlayStation on what's actually compatible with their consoles or not. So we're waiting to see on that. But it was looking comparable in price to the Xbox upgradable storage.
I don't doubt that. I mean, because it's an SSD, so you're probably going to have to buy another SSD. But
they showed it was an M.2 NVMe 2280 slot. So that was already out, and they were talking about that it was the PCIe 4.0, which is the current gen for the SSDs. So I would see that being really good, and WD Black is doing really good stuff with their gaming hard drives and SSDs. I have one of their hard drives, so I would see that coming out pretty good. And if you do watch the teardown, definitely watch it. It's very convenient where they put the expansion slot for the SSD. It's extremely simple.
I like that they're going with an expansion slot instead of like with the PS4s where you had to basically pull the hard drive,
undo your hard drive,
drop in the new one, reformat it, then do everything and download it all. No, this is just
so much smarter.
Right there.
Yep. And you still can do the external storage either way, just to make sure that you have plenty of room.
Yep. So this week there is no Newman Minute, which is okay. I did talk to Newman, and Kima went very, very well.
Good.
He's starting to get.
He's just at the end, right?
Good.
Yep, it was his last treatment. He's starting to get a little bit more of his strength back day by day. It is still going to take him a while, but now it's just a wait and see. So he definitely thanked all of us for our support again. So Newman, we look forward to hearing more news on you, and I think we're going to have Newman on for number 100 since we had him on for number 50.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah,
oh, most definitely.
So
let's do it.
Yeah. So what before we get into what we've been playing, so Austin, something we like to ask all of our guests who crash game night with us is, what is your favorite game to play for game night with your family and friends? Whether that's a board game, console, whatever it is.
Yeah.
What's your favorite game to play with everybody when you have them over for game night?
Tabletop, get a little D&D action. What is it?
Yeah. I like Pandemic. Have you guys?
Ooh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
Pandemic during the pandemic.
Yeah, yeah. Or fun.
That's a little
surreal,
surreal.
but
yeah.
But you know,
Very, very Second Life-ish.
Yeah, and then have you guys played Legacy? I guess that's not really a game night thing.
I'm not.
No, but have you
no.
started Pandemic Legacy?
Yeah, I played the first season, and then
Yeah.
I started the second, got busy, and then it's been too long to restart.
Yeah.
But yeah, I might have to go back to it at some point.
Ah, dude, I'd be so down if you, because I've been trying to get in. I have a Betrayal Legacy, and I've been trying to put together, like, obviously it's hard right now to
Mhm.
get like a little weekly or bi-weekly thing. Dude, like,
Mhm.
Well,
I am so down to do Pandemic Legacy. Like, I'm
Well,
not like
Jason-
forcing myself on there, but you got another player ready just in case.
well,
All right, yeah,
Jason, you got to
yeah.
kind of move. You got to kind of move to Phoenix for that to happen.
Not at all, not at all.
We-
It's a lot of times it's you can webcam it. I've been able to do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll just cheat at Pandemic that way, just like you cheat at
No,
Monopoly.
yeah.
to win the
no,
belt.
unless it's
Oh.
oh, sir, there's no
Oh.
cheating in Monopoly, sir.
Oh,
There's
Gauntlet
no
Throne.
cheating in Monopoly. Let me put this belt back on, sir. I mean, I don't know. Have
God.
the couch on, but I gotta switch it to the belt.
Don't worry,
Bam.
it'll come home.
Yeah, they need to make like a electronic game board that you can play with people over, like a board game board that you can play with people over the internet.
Yeah.
They do have a tabletop simulator, and I can get that info for you. Like,
Oh, really?
real,
Sweet.
like, yeah.
Oh, cool.
All right, so let's start with you, Austin. What have you been playing?
So I've been playing Mario All Stars.
Nice.
I thought I never played Sunshine, so I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna start with that. Then I started with 64 right off the bat.
boy.
Nice.
There you go.
and then I went to Galaxy. So maybe
See,
I'll get to Sunshine.
Mario
at some point,
Sunshine is a special kind of stupid. Some of its mechanics, like but you know what though, it was just the way they designed the controls for it. It just sometimes you feel like you're fighting them.
Because it
more
was
than
cube,
them.
right?
It was cute. Yeah,
Yeah, it was cube. That was a weird controller, but
I love that controller.
yeah.
It was great
Yeah.
for Smash Brothers.
Yeah, it's
That
a
was a good
cult.
Smash.
That's definitely the underground like controller. Like people
Mhm.
loved that one.
They loved it enough. They brought it back for the Switch.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, it's kind of perfect for Smash Bros. That A
Yeah.
button. So it's an interesting controller. I feel like there's some really nice things about it.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
For Prime. Love that thing for Prime.
Yeah, but I also bought Ghost of Tsushima, which I've been wanting to play, but haven't gotten into it yet.
Yeah.
So good.
Okay.
It's really good.
I've been playing it. I just got off the first act because I spent
gets
time
distracted.
taking pictures.
Yeah.
I'm
Really?
I'm a photographer for real, and
Right.
so that photo mode is insanely good. So like I'll be walking along, it's like, ooh, that's pretty. Take a picture. And then I'm like messing around with all the settings, getting it all to where I want it to be. The next thing I know, I'm like 15 minutes later, oh, I should probably keep on going. Let's not take pictures.
But it really is that good. Like you
Oh, it
get a lot
is,
of
yeah.
options. Like you can do some
It's so
great
good.
photography work with it.
Yeah.
Just the game itself.
Good
is
way
really
to
good,
learn.
though.
Yeah.
Kind of because like the way they do f-stops in the game aren't actually how real f-stops work, for photo
an
modes. And this is f-stop is basically it's your focal length, or it's the
Oh,
not
okay.
the focal length, but how long everything stays open. So
The shutter speed.
So you got shutter speed, and then you get your f-stop. So basically, like your
Huh.
f-stop is how much light you let into the camera lens. So the higher the number, the less light that comes into the lens. So like if you're shooting snow, you have to go one stop higher because the light
All the
reflects off
reflection
the
and
snow.
everything.
So you're getting
Okay.
more light on it. So if you shoot it at a normal like an f10 or an f8, you go one step higher on your f-stop because then it accounts for that extra light. because not only are you
Okay.
getting the light from the sun, but you're getting the light from the bounce off the snow, because the snow is reflecting the sunshine as well. So, you know, the f-stops aren't quite what you would from a real camera. You know, they don't have shutter speed in it because, you know, which I wish they would, because you could do some really cool shots with it, especially some of the waterfalls in Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh, the
You know, like
movement
that
shots.
one, like there's these one set of waterfalls that are in a horseshoe in the middle of the map, and I don't remember which shrine that was, but you know, to be able to, if I could freeze the water like midstream so you could see the beads of water, that would be really cool. But you can't do that because they don't have shutter speed control.
Right.
But you can add in leaves to the picture. You can add butterflies. You can add songbirds. You can change the wind direction. You can do the time of day.
Yeah, a whole bunch of
do even
effects.
what, like the weather, like you can
Yeah.
do sunbreak, thunder, rain, clear, cloudy, foggy. You have so many different options. It's gross just how much Sucker Punch put into it.
Wow.
It is better than that of Last of Us, and it is better than, and Last of Us had a really good photo mode on it. And I've got shots up on the website of both Last of Us and Ghost of Tsushima.
And your Spider-Man
actually,
ones are good too.
And the Spider-Man, dude, you guys are gonna lose me to Spider-Man.
Yeah.
With
As soon as the remastered comes out.
Oh yeah.
It's
Yeah.
already pre-ordered.
Those
It is
old
already
pics are
pre-ordered.
getting replaced.
They are.
What we're going to hear is like, I filled up my PS5 hard drive already.
And then and then speaking of the photos for Last of Us, those are also included in the article I just published tonight. Finally did the Last of Us article,
Oh, nice.
which is why I haven't played a lot this week, other than COD and done. I've also been lost to Animal Crossing. The Halloween
back in
update.
it? Or-
Oh yeah. Well, so
Yeah.
back when the guys were here in August, I decided to completely terraform the entire island and kind of start the island from scratch. Moved everything where I wanted it to. Redid the layout, so it's like a city. It's very blocked in, you know, with cross streets and whatnot.
Very
essentially,
tedious work.
it was very tedious. But
way
the
you did it,
Halloween
yeah.
update came out, so I've been working on. I built a pumpkin patch, started decorating the island out for Halloween. You know, slowly working that out. I've got areas now set up to where when the Christmas stuff comes out, it'll just basically switch out. So yeah, I'm now up to almost 530 hours for Animal Crossing total.
Wow.
Only.
Only.
I thought
I saw
I
somebody
played a
with
lot.
like 1,000.
Yeah.
And then also Mario 35. I've been playing
Yeah.
that this week. That is a lot of fun, but it is challenging because if everybody remembers Mario 1, that game is not forgiving. If you don't jump precise, you're dead. You know, so
You're
it's the same
dead.
type of thing. It is super challenging, especially when enemies are dropping in on you. I got some Ghost of Tsushima in. Other than that, that's pretty much it. I have not played a ton other than COD.
Nice.
Jason.
In Ghost of Tsushima, can you use the f-stop to blur the background?
Yeah, so you do have it, and that's kind of where your f-stop comes into play. Like on my prime lens, I can blur the backdrop just a little, but it doesn't blur it like a real camera does, because it's really where it's the focal point. How they're setting it up isn't like a real lens.
Right.
You can still
That makes
blur the
sense.
background to a point, but then all of a sudden it switches over to where it blurs the front and everything with it. So from a real photography standpoint, that's my only true beef with these photo modes. But honestly, it's not a real camera, so I don't really complain.
Right.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But no,
And the creators are
nice.
probably thinking clarity and like 4K instead of like
You're
photographer.
thinking everything. Yeah.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
still, all of the options are really cool, and
Yep.
it's fun.
Jason,
Um,
FF14, we know about that. So
yes. That's actually been like getting a lot less playtime.
really.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Oh no.
Well, we're waiting for new content, and by the way, there is going to be a live letter tomorrow. But
Are you actually going to finish an article on it?
I'm going to think. It starts at 4:00 in the morning, Pacific
God.
Standard Time.
Oh wow.
So
You still owe me pictures for your article.
I still owe you pictures.
Oh wow.
Jason, do
I
we
took
really
2 pictures.
Hold on, do we really
But-
need to throw you under the bus for how long that article's actually been sitting out there for?
It's gonna stay.
I
I'm
looked.
gonna do another article. I'm gonna do a couple other articles and just leave that one there. It's forever, forever archived.
Because then I'm eventually going to go delete or move it back to draft.
Yeah. But other than that, it's just been getting less playtime. I just do the dailies on it now, and then just kind of stop. Been catching up on sleep. It's been kind of rough. And a couple nights ago, spent about 3 hours trying to beat a mini boss in Sekiro, and dying to it repeatedly.
Another game that Jerry just let go.
Jerry's not gonna finish this one. I just know it. Jerry, you could just return it.
No, I'm gonna keep it.
No, trust me.
I'm eventually gonna get back to it, but it does scare me. That game scares me. It really does.
It's just
the anticipation of pure frustration, especially of how I play. Because I am. Once I learn the mechanics,
you're not gonna finish it, dude. I know for a fact.
I think I can.
I'm having. Again, it's me trying to dive into this genre of gaming, you know. But it's tough. I thought I would be able to get the parry system down, and I am getting it down slowly again. But there's somewhere I totally hit that, and then it just says nope, just kill, one hit kill. Baby.
Yeah. I mean, but you remember when we got hardcore into it, and I was pretty far from. When we were playing, I got pretty far. When I got into it, I got the parry system down. It was just getting used to I just had to get used to the enemies. So I mean, I can finish the game. I just have to. I just have to calm down and just accept. It's going to take me a while.
Jason, all I'm hearing is a little engine that could. I think I can. I think I can.
No, it's.
I don't think I know.
It's tough, and I'm still getting used to the gameplay again. But it's
just it's also kind of a game you have to dedicate, because the moment you kind of have an off day because the parry system is everything. So
it's all it is. It's all it is.
You're done. You might as well just not play for the day.
Yeah.
It's that kind of game.
Yeah.
So
it's that intense where I'm just not in the mood to get that angry.
Yeah. But Sekiro, and then on top of that, I did try out Mario 35, and I've died to monsters once, and I've died to the actual level by falling countless times.
Yep. Like I said, it is not forgiving.
I'm come on,
Yeah.
And then the one that I am trying to get everybody into playing. Not Among Us, just a new one. Killer Queen Black, please. It is $2 right now on sale on the Switch. It's $2 on sale on Steam. $2. That is less than a cup of coffee.
Oh my god, you're really selling it.
Yo, it's a great game, man. I kid you not.
I bought it. I tried it out.
Theo, let's go, man.
Did you like it?
It is.
So
I've
been
playing
Theo,
through the tutorials.
Bring it over to you.
I played it through the tutorials on Killer Queen Black, and it's very simplistic, but I could see it being if it's the four of us, it could get pretty intense.
Yeah, this is
Really?
tournament style.
It's hard to explain without knowing the economics in the game, but it's you could throw down type of Smash Bro type of anger at each other for messing with stuff.
Yeah,
it's very simple. It's 8-bit, really, and it's pretty fun.
It's downloading.
It's on the Wii House, dude. When we when we get off this podcast, we're going to jump on and be like, yo,
What was it called again?
Killer Queen Black. It's
Killer
been out,
Queen
like,
Black.
Killer
It's
Queen has been
$1.99.
out for a long
All right.
time.
I'll check it out.
Killer Queen Black came out like a couple years
Killer
ago.
Killer Queen Black.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
It's come out a couple years ago, but it is, I kid you not, if everyone gets it right now, it is, I personally think it's a little bit better than Among Us. And
I would agree that it's a little bit better than Among Us.
And I've been like promoting
Among
the
Us-
heck out of Among Us.
Among Us, you can play like for maybe just like 3 minutes, and then you're still kind of stuck in it because like I was telling Jason I was playing some Among Us, and
You start
and I
getting used to
immediately
the play.
I get immediately implied all the time with randos. Like I'm always the first one to get implied as imposter every time.
Theo, what have you been playing?
So I've been dipping my toes in a bunch of things again, aside from Animal Crossing. So Killer Queen Black, some Among Us, some more Ori and Blind Forest, some more Avicii and Vector, which I've been really liking, that Matt recommended. Some Paper Mario. I haven't really thrown up the PS4 for a while, so it's mainly been PC and Switch.
By the way, I'm still waiting for my trophy thing update. I don't know what the heck I'm doing wrong.
No, because it's still it's still going through everybody still. Yep. So probably tomorrow.
Okay.
So, hey, Jerry, what you been playing?
Well, I've been delving into the amazing world of Japan with Ghost of Tsushima. I'm very close to finishing it. I'm at a point. I don't want to give anything. I don't want to give anything away, but I'm close to what I think is going to be like the final mission, the final like heave ho to kill the king or the king of the Mongols.
Wow.
So
Nice.
that and some COD and the All Stars. I've been playing Galaxy because that was the only one I never really got to play.
Was such a good game.
Yeah.
Back on the Wii.
That's why. And like, because I never got to play it. I played Sunshine and of course 64, but yeah, never got the chance for Galaxy because I wasn't big on the Wii. So I started with that one, and it's a lot of fun. I really like it.
So, as we close things out, Austin, why don't you let the listeners know where they can find Fixture Gaming on the web and the social media lights?
Yeah, so we're on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all at Fixture Gaming, and we're on Amazon now. I thought it'd be easier to post stuff on Amazon than it is. So currently, if you want to buy it on Amazon, there's a different listing for the red blue one and the gray one. So you can search for if you want one with your neon blue and red or your standard gray sides. But that's on Amazon. And then we also I still have a few left on Indiegogo for a discounted price. If you're interested, for $20, I think it's $29 on Indiegogo, and it's $34.99 on Amazon. I also want to thank you guys a lot for having me on, and it's been
absolutely.
It's been fun.
Well, we've been talking, Austin, you and I have been talking about this for a while, and just nothing's ever seemed to kind of sync up timelines and whatnot. Yeah. So,
but dude, ever since we met you, we've been, we always ask Matt, like, how's Austin doing? Like, how's everything going?
we'll randomly text each other. Just out of the
like
blue.
we really appreciate like meeting you, and we really hope you all the success, because this is a great product and it should be seen, and we hope everything works out for you, man.
Well, I appreciate it. If it doesn't, it won't be for lack of trying, but definitely appreciate it.
Yep. So to all of our listeners, once again, thank you for crashing game night with us tonight. As always, if you like what you heard, make sure to hit that subscribe button on the podcast platform you are listening to us on. Also, don't forget to follow us on the YouTube channel, Crashing Game Night there, crashgamenight.com for the website, at CGN Podcast on Twitter. I want to say, everybody, be excellent to each other. stay frosty in these times, especially as everybody's heading out to those polls for early voting and everything. Just no matter what it is, like Newman said last week, vote with your heart, vote with your mind, and just get out and vote, because this is one of the most critical elections we've had in decades.
To all of my nerds, remember, fight the power, vote, and vote the right way, please. This world has gone crazy in the year of 2020. It is going to be the America's skid mark forever. So please vote and make change. Also,
Jerry's gone crazy with COVID.
I have gone crazy. I want things back to normal. I want Disneyland.
Yes.
I want life back. I want everyone happy again.
So,
but also, once again, please throw all your support to Black Lives Matter. Doesn't stop. Keep showing support until we finally get to where we want to be. So thank you guys, and be safe.
Yeah, social distance yourselves, wash your hands, wear your masks. It is still ongoing, and for all the fires and the hurricanes, all the other worldly disasters, just be safe out there. Hopefully everything's going well. To the the Armenians as well. It's a lot of things that are happening overseas. Still support them as well. You could be on either side, but show love right now. That's all we need. We need more love. And as always, stay safe, social distance, man. That's all it is. Just we're rounding the 1 year mark, and it'll get better. It'll get better.
all right, Theo, send us out.
Thanks for joining, guys. TTFN. Ta-ta for now.
Night, everybody.